If there is no school, at least hustle. If you're not hustling, at least do something that is meaningful in your life. But when you're just there, you don't know what you're doing, then you end up falling into things like drug abuse. Hi everyone, I'm called Koraku Lisete, also known as Mr. K. Of course, today I feel like talking to the youth outside there. I would like to motivate the youth outside there on few couple of things. More especially us, let me say those youth who came from the village. Sometimes they came to the city, and most of them end up, getting lost on the way. In the way of life, not only like getting lost in the other way, but in the way of life. So I feel like motivating Shabab Del today. And of course, as a youth, it's always very important that you set something for yourself, like more especially when you're coming to the city, or more especially when you're growing up. So, and of course, one of those things I believe that every youth must always put is, of course, to believe in themselves. As you head in the way of life, you have to believe in yourself. Believing in yourself in a way that no matter what, and whatever you have set in life, you will have to achieve it. And of course, as you believe in yourself, you also surround yourself with positive-minded people. And of course, those positive-minded people are the ones to motivate you. Most of our problems in life normally comes from people or friends who are impacting us negatively. And then if you surround yourself with positive-minded people, they'll be able to push you to your great heights. And I think that is one of those things that has always helped me to behave rightly in the public. I always surround myself with positive-minded people who pushes me to a greater height every day of my life. And I would like to encourage all the young people outside there. Galish, you will have to what? Surround yourself with positive-minded people. As you believe in yourself, you keep on pushing. Like by the time you're surrounded by negative-minded people, then you're going in the wrong direction. Secondly, I would like to say also, set well-defined goals for yourself. Set well-defined goals for yourself. How? Sometimes other people come who's growing up not knowing what they want. Me trying to become a lawyer, when I was in the secondary school, I set myself that one day I want to become a lawyer. That is a well-defined goal for myself. And of course, I'm pursuing this right now. One day I will become that. That is well-defined goal. And then you're coming to the city, you don't know what you're going to do, what is next for yourself. You're just there. You don't know, even coming from the village, you don't know where you're going to stay. Those are things that will end up, putting you into contradiction with yourself. So have a well-defined goal for yourself that by this time and this time I would like to do this. If there is no school, at least hustle. If you're not hustling, at least do something that is meaningful in your life. But when you're just there, you don't know what you're doing, then you end up falling into things like drug abuse, things like depression. At the end of the day, you see young people dying before their time, and they don't know what to do. So set well-defined goals for yourself, and of course, stay consistent to what you're doing. You do that thing over and over again. That's why, one of those things that I've mastered in life is leadership. And I've always stayed focused on what I'm doing. I stayed focused, and of course, I continue doing it every day. And of course, when you continue doing what you're doing every day, you become a better version of yourself. In this life, you don't compete with anyone. You do things for yourself, compete with your own self. Like yesterday, I was not the Koraku of today. Today, I'm a better person than yesterday. So that's one thing that all young people must master. That you do, you compete with yourself, and you stay consistent. And of course, you have a well-defined goal. Thirdly, which is the last, I think you build connection with people who are more successful than you. That's one thing that most people don't understand. You come from the village, and you're out there only surrounding yourself with the village people. It's not bad to surround yourself with the village people that you came from, but then you have to build connection. Not the social media. These are places where you build connection. You know, you visit expensive restaurants, expensive places where people sit. At least you build connection, and with this you can be able to pull yourself. You know, don't forget, the goal is to escape poverty. How do you escape poverty? You only escape poverty by engaging with these successful people. But once you're always down there with people who cannot be able to pull you up, then bro, it's not gonna be easy for you. So I would like to encourage you, build connection with positive-minded people, and of course you'll be able to see yourself up. Otherwise, thank you so much once again. We keep on going. Shukran.